So we get to see Sonic Frontiers gameplay on the 1st of June, and it really didn't show anything. I don't know if it was just because Sega chose IGN to do the gameplay. Or if the game is just as slow as it looks. But so far they really haven't proven to me it's a Sonic game. Like, it just feels like they're trying to convince me it's a Sonic game. Now don't get me wrong, I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. Fuck's sake. We've been here before, right down to the group of fans calling for the game to be delayed. I have major flashbacks to when Sonic Forces was shown off. Like when we get shown like the first bit of extended gameplay, a lot of people pointed out the fact that the game was so linear in comparison to like previous entries in the series, with no branching pathways and all that kind of stuff. And we had people going, "Oh, but the games are finished." But people were like, "Oh, but it's an unfinished game. They still have time to fix all these issues." To be fair, when the kind of game was kind of like shown off and whatnot, I was kind of one of those people. But I feel like kind of Sega just kind of left me at the side of the road to kind of die after the game came out. Sega had all these trailers that were kind of really baity compared to like other things they've done in the past to try and get the fans in to play the game. But when I walked through the door when the game was released, it felt like Sega just hit me over the head with like a hardwood chair and then threw me out on the streets to kind of die. It's genuinely how it feels. The thing is though, we are getting more gameplay on Friday. But if it's anything like we've just gotten yesterday, I really don't know how this is going to go. This could end up being something that shows the gameplay being more interesting, or it could just show it to be really button mashy. But we don't have any proof of that yet because they're not showing any HUD elements to actually prove that point towards anything. My other big concern with that as well is if it's IGN that is actually recording the gameplay, with their track history of like being bad with video games in the past, this could be a really bad thing because they could just be really shit at playing the game as always, depending on who they've actually got to record the footage, because it all depends on who you've got to do these things. Because if you get someone who's decent at video games, or not decent at video games, but decent at that type of video game and has experience playing Sonic games in general, you're gonna have a better gameplay experience. But on the other note, Sega could have been directing them on how to actually do things and they want them to show specific things off on the video, because it could be that, as I said, Sega directed them to kind of walk that slow and try and show off these things. But also another thing I wanted to point out as well with what we had seen throughout the whole trailer, there was like this little noise that kept playing, and I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it's some sort of like run trigger or something like that, like a toggle. It could be something similar to what Sonic Lost World was and had like a run button, but instead of holding it in, it could be a toggle, which is why we've seen Sonic like just walking so slow at certain points. But also, I reckon it could also be like some sort of camera lock thing. So like, because it's an open world, Sonic's used to having that kind of fixed camera these days, like locked behind them and no anything movement with it at all. So it could be there's like a camera lock, like for like if you're wanting to run about and just have the camera fixed behind Sonic, so it doesn't get like when he moves, it doesn't really get like out of position of the camera for where you're going. But also it could just very well be like a run button, which would be I'd feel like it would be a bit of a letdown, because Sonic Lost World gameplay isn't exactly the best. I just hope by the end of the month we'll have a better idea of what's going on. I really just wish Sega had shown us a trailer first, like a full proper like story trailer, rather than just this gameplay that looks so bad and empty, because I feel like it would have given like some sort of like clue as to why Sonic's possibly running around this landscape at all. Like, I genuinely just feel like it would have been good to have seen what the basic story elements are, what's happening with Sonic, why Sonic here, what's the whole thing with like Sonic losing his memory and all that kind of stuff that they've kind of mentioned in the past with when they were talking about this game in the first instance. All we'll get to do now is wait and see what happens with the gameplay on Friday, because they're showing more stuff throughout the month of June, and from what they've said it sounds like we're going to be getting some developer interviews and stuff, but if we're getting a trailer, I for some reason think we're probably going to get it towards the end of June, or even we might actually get it on the 9th of June when Summer Game Fest actually happens, given that Sonic, they had shown the Sonic Frontiers like teaser trailer in their kind of highlight reel stuff for Summer Games Fest, so hopefully we'll actually get something there. Oh yeah, also we'll get to see if IGN actually learned how to play video games by then. All in all, I'm really just not impressed with what we've been showing so far. I really hope that more stuff comes out over the month of June that will help show off things in a better light than what was showing. I mean, just look at that Shrek animation they showed off. I mean, Generations had that down, but here it just looks so stiff. Someone on Twitter posted a funny edit where it was the bone cracking noises and between all the tricks. It just looks that stiff, and it just doesn't look fluent at all. There's like other issues with there's a lot of Sonic Forces stuff that just looks weird. Like, yeah, Sonic's running in the trailer, but there's like instances where like he's just at a complete stop and he just runs off. It just looks so strange, but we just have to wait and see what happens over the course of the month, and hopefully we'll get something a little bit better than what we got shown yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't really do things like this anymore, but I'm kind of wanting to do some more things like this. I might do some more for Sonic Frontiers stuff over the course of June, but we'll see what happens. If I can find the motivation to do it or not, we'll see. But if you did enjoy the video, I wouldn't mind a wee cheeky like on the video, and give a wee subscribe, and maybe even hit that little bell button that's there as well. Honestly, it would be a massive help, and it'd be nice if the video gained a little bit of traction, and maybe see what other people think. I'd like to hear what other people also think about Forces that aren't on Twitter. So you guys have a good day. I don't have an outro, so I don't know. Peace.